Hello, this is your friend Conservative Cat, and we are watching episode 7 of my playthrough of Quest 64. Last time we had left off, we had just taken the ferry across the lock to Larapool. However, sinister stuff struck when the wind stopped, and all of a sudden our ferry was rendered immobile. And so we were dumped off next to the house of a very kind woman, by the way, who allowed a complete stranger to stay in her home. And now, having rested up, we are on the path again. That was a terrible aimed rolling rock. Sorry about that. And now that we have rested, we are back on the path again. And we're gonna follow the road to the next town. Isn't that exciting? Anyways, about the monsters here in this area. They're all pretty small, and they're all kind of easy. As you saw there, we have the werehairs for some reason, and they are just as weak as they were the first time we fought them. But in addition to sharing a similar model to the werehairs, we have the little orcs, the orc juniors. They are Earth-based instead of Wind-based, but they only have what looks to be Earth 2. Like you know, since I'm playing as an Earth Brian, our Earth spells are... they're good, but they are definitely not close range. Not yet, at least. With Earth being the most ranged of them all. The basic rock one. So we can just get into melee and wail on them like we did with those death puddings. Here is the second monster that we see in this. Oh, that was a much better aimed rolling rock. Anyways, this is the second monster that we see in this area. The gremlin. The gremlin looks a bit like those weird sun things. You remember them from the previous... from the first area. They were always paired with a, oh, that wasn't good. They were always paired with, like, a blue guy, like a blue jester-looking enemy. Anyways, these are not as weak, but they are fairly weak. When you're far away, they do an advanced wind cutter. It looks like wind cutter 2 or 3. And when you're close by, they do that little... just blast in front of them. And I'm not sure if that's water or air. Either way, it does around 10 damage to us. Like I was saying, the monsters here are pretty easy, and we just saw the entire bestiary of this area, at least that I found. And I did get into a lot of battles, so I'm pretty sure I know what the monster types are here. There's none that are particularly damage-soaking. They all pretty much have between either less than 20 health or maybe just around 100. And remember that our staff is doing around 35, and my rock is doing close to 40 on things that it's not super effective against. So we are not going to have any trouble here. Which is good, because this is a huge area that's also not very linear. There are a lot of road. The road does split off. There are quite a few areas like this that don't really lead anywhere except to where there might be spirits hiding. Which, speaking of spirits hiding, there's one hiding right here at the end of this plateau. And some of them take you a good ways out of the way. This feels kind of like a hub area. There are, from what I saw, 3 different ways to go. 2 of them on the road. One of them is just sort of a break where it heads off to nowhere. The other end of the road, well, you'll see. Ooh, 5 of these guys. What do you bet I can nail them with a rock 3? Let's see what we can do. Well, that was a fail. Okay, but that wasn't all for naught. We now have him in the perfect line of trajectory for a rolling rock. Let's go ahead and Earth 1 this last guy. Then just whack this last rabbit with our staff. Beautiful. I guess they are weak against Earth, because I'm doing a lot more damage. Did you see that? Close to 70. I'm really looking forward to when our health goes above the, when it breaks the triple-digit barrier. That's going to be a time to celebrate. Well, that was a good dodge. And that was a good rolling rock, too. Let's see if we can douse him again with a rolling rock. See if we can just kill them. We got one of them. We did damage one of the Orc Juniors, so it's not all lost. Let's see if we can kill this gremlin before it gets another turn. The camera's going really wonky here. I don't know what it is about this... Ouch. I don't know what it is about this area in particular. But the camera just spins around like crazy when you're trying to move. And I'm not holding the adjust camera right now. But speaking of the damage these guys are dealing, they're doing around 10-11 damage, right? Or there's a 12. Either way, there's no real monster here that I saw at least that will do like 20 damage, like those cockatrices. Well, the cockatrices are doing closer to 30. Like the cockatrices or the, Oops, I meant to choose Earth. Oh well, we'll just get Earth on the next one and we'll fall back into our regular, pattern. Anyways, there's none that just deal like a huge chunk of damage. No high damagers. Looks like we have an arch over that way. We also have the fork in the road I was talking about. And we have a little orc, an orc junior, who thinks he's gonna corner us. There we go, we are back on track. There's a great waterfall and the road. Of course, this is a ledge, so we can't jump down it. I don't really want to fight these guys. However, oh, that was a good one. Oh, come on, that should not have hit me. Not much to say, it's just Orc Juniors being dicks to me. It seems to take about 2 hits from my staff to kill them if I've already whacked them with a rolling rock. So hopefully we'll get to the road soon. There we go. Just go ahead and heal up. Speaking of which, our heal is doing now 7 damage, recovering 7 health points. I don't know if you noticed that. Up ahead, we have 2 ways we can go. No, up ahead. Just make sure there's no spirits here. Okay. One of them points toward the forest over that bridge there, and the other one points toward a town. So we're gonna go with the town for right now. That's way more than I want to fight. And we can escape right off the bat, and it's even pushing us in the same direction we want to go. This is just too nice. Like I said, there are a lot of breaks off the road here. This is not the way where the road was splitting. Instead, this leads us to what seems to be a completely cut off area with a little log bridge going over to what looks like a mountain foothill. However, we are not going to do that right now. I want to go ahead and press on to the village. Oh good, we can escape. Alright. Okay, the road is... Once we actually get on the road, it's not too unlinear. Well, that was a good dodge, or a miss. Let's go ahead and kill these gremlins real quick. Oh, that was a good one. And you notice how it's doing 50 damage, rather than, like 20 or so. So I think these things, while they're not necessarily super weak to it, they're at least somewhat vulnerable to it. Killed one of them missed, of course. And it completely missed the other one, we didn't even get a chance to hit it. Let's see if I can... Very nice. Looks like no elf spirits for our trouble, though. Oh, thank you! I did not want to fight you, thank you. Thank you for ambushing me at the end of your, battle arena. And right along the road here is the archway. We're almost free from the monsters, guys. Or at least for a little while. It's a nice looking village, wherever it is. Well, good news. This is the City of Water, Larapool. Larapool is... We've already been to, like, Donderon, which I believe is like the City of Earth, because it had the Earth Orb. Not for long, buddy. Sorry about that. I did. Limelin. Huh. Sure we'll end up going to Limelin eventually. I actually really like the design of this village. It's very unorthodox. I kind of like the... I like the idea of it combining both a cliff village along with like a lake village and a beautiful waterfall. That's where we were. Huh. So it looks like there's two entrances to the Blue Cave. Assuming that one of them is in fact here in Larapool. That's good to know. I know how we're gonna have to end up going back if we don't, you know, just use our blue wings. Or red wings. To get back to Donderon. Spoiler, sorry. I'll just say it right now. Well, I'll wait until we get the item. No chest, but we have an effeminate man with a blue mustache and his wife. Sounds pretty magical. She is not an attractive woman. But it sounds like this place doesn't have a monarch like Donderon did. This house is empty. Instead, it just has like a protector, sort of like Brian's dad. This one specializing in the water spirits. So I guess Brian's dad was sort of like Brian himself, sort of oh, wants his daughter to become doesn't want his daughter to become a singer. Anyways, I guess Brian's dad was more like us, to where he could control multiple spirits, not just, you know, spirits of one certain element. Let's see what the shopkeeper has for us. Yep, the blue wings. The blue wings are like the red wings. Oh, yellow wings, sorry. The yellow wings bring us back to Donderon, the white wings bring us back to, the cathedral, Melroad, and our blue wings bring us back to Larapool. which we haven't needed to use our white wings. I imagine we'll have to use them later in the game. We already used our yellow wings to get the Donderon after we defeated Solvering. One thing I do like about this game is that they do not take shortcuts when it comes to map design. At least not usually. At least in the beginning, too. Okay, so it's like we thought. The water and the wind are being screwed with. Sounds like our next area is probably going to have to be Normoon, the City of the Wind. Who's the city guard guy? Donovan, at the runway. Oh, he's a giant coward. That's good to know. Well, this woman's kind of attractive. Oh, and she'll give us mint leaves if we need it. Like I said, there's no money in this game. So instead, we just get stuff... Oh, can you guess that this is a plot important NPC? Oh, it's Layla, the sorceress. You know, well, she just explained her power right there. So yeah, it looks like we are going to have to head to Normal, because apparently there are demons they're going to screw with it because the wind is not blowing. I wonder how she knew her name, and if she's like any kind of royalty, or if she's just like absorbed protected the town or not. Anyways, map design. A lot of games, particularly indie games, will have a lot of doors that are just locked. This one has rooms that are empty, you know, just rooms. You can go in them. They don't have anything in them, but you can go in them because they actually did design the rooms. It's small, but I think it's a nice touch. Okay, y'all remember the Day of Grief. That is what happened when the L-Tail book fell into the wrong hands, or was stolen. That was the last time, and that is why our father disappeared this time. Anyways, you saw that little door down by the beach. Well, good news. Here it is. It actually does lead out here. Looks like there's a little door here. It has a doorknob. No matter what I do, we can't enter it. I'm gonna take a guess and say that might be the entrance to the Blue Cave here in Larapool, because it only opens up to certain people, remember? Oh, this is nice. This is kind of an example of what I was talking about. There seems to be nothing here, but you can enter it anyways if you're just exploring. In a way, I wish they would have put incentives into having all these extra areas. Well, on the other hand, I can see why that would throw things off, because there's just treasure chests all around. Anyways, let's go ahead and call it here. So I'm gonna go ahead and save. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. Next time, we will head off to explore more of the field. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.